Hi guys, it's Mommy and Stalin. Say hi, Stalin. Say hi. Say how are you guys? So today I'm gonna show you guys how to make sopes. We're gonna need some maseca. If you guys don't know what it is, it's like corn powder. Get a whole bag in here, and we're gonna add some water into it. And then I'm gonna go through it. Just because you guys will see, my hands are gonna go down and dirty in there. So they just gotta be really clean. Okay, so now you bring the whole thing in here, and we're gonna add some water. Not too much, but enough. You could start kind of, little by little. So right now I can definitely tell I'm gonna need more water. So I'm gonna put more water in here. But it's good to do it like little by little, so it doesn't get too watery or anything. So keep adding water to it, and make sure you really are pressing hard. And you gotta get rid of all the powder. So you don't want it to be like this. You don't want that. You want to make sure it's all into like a dough kind of thing. To all my Mexicans out there, you know how to squish this thing. Put some pressure into it. Need more water. Okay. So with this, today we're making sopes, but you can make tortillas, you can make gorditas, you can make a lot of stuff with this. But today I'm making sopes because it's gonna be my mom's birthday party. I'll record that for you guys too. And I'm making the sopes. Yeah. This is how your masa should be when you're done mixing it. Now you can add a little bit of water to your hands when you grab the amount that you're gonna use. Now we usually use, well, first to check to know if it's done. If you can make something with it already and it's not going to be stuck to your hands, it means it's ready to be used. If you can mold something. So you're going to, do a little ball. You can do it with your hand if you really want to. It will take some time, but I don't want to do that because we don't got that kind of time. So I'm going to use the tortilladora. You're going to put it, squish just a little bit. I'm going to put the lid over it. And now for these, you're gonna barely want to press. Barely. Oh, see, I pressed too much. It's too big. So let's try it again. This is like a technique like my grandma and my mom taught me. So I'm gonna show you guys. You can do what I was telling you. Just barely press it, like barely, and be checking back. But I don't want to do that. So what you can do, you can use like a lid and squish through it, and it's gonna be perfect size. You guys see this? And I'm using just a regular lid, anything. Now these gotta be flipped. This one's done, so I'm gonna place that one there. These are done. So now I'm going to show you guys how to make one more, just so you can see. So every time you go back, you can wet your hands a little bit. Wet your hands, because it's easier than if you have a bunch of crusty thing in your hand, So grab some again. And it's kind of like just guessing, you don't have to get too much, too little. Just grab some. Same thing, I'm going to put it here. Squish it just a little bit. Put the plastic on top. Now if you're wondering what these plastics are, they're just like a grocery store plastic cut into squares. Now I'm squishing this thing and molding it. No, it's out. Same thing, I'm gonna go ahead and place it in here. What's wrong, Stalin? The rag, and to make them look like this. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it over, and at the edges, very edges, you're gonna squish tightly. Now make sure you're not ripping through it, that's kind of too how you know if they are cooked correctly, because it won't rip all the way. If it rips all the way, then they're not cooked right. So you squish them, and it should look something like this. And now same thing. So this one's done. This one's done too. And this one is done. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Just you know, make sure you're doing it. It's pretty hot, but make sure you do it as soon as you pull it out, because if you wait for them to cool off, then you're not gonna be able to do this. And if you do it like that, they probably will end up falling apart. So you gotta do it when they're hot. So it's gonna burn a little bit. Okay, now these I'm gonna show you guys when to flip them. I'm gonna flip these first. This one needs a little bit of time still. This one is ready. This one I'm gonna put it more in the center because I know it's not cooking right yet. This one a little more. This one's done. This one needs a little bit of time. So I'm gonna finish squishing this, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I make them. Now, the main ingredient to this is my son. I'm just kidding. Stalin, what are you doing? Stalin is over here cheering me up. Okay, so you're gonna do this to all of them. You can also do it with your bare hands if you want, but it's really hot. So, unless you don't mind getting burnt. So like that. So I'm going to show you guys with nothing, just so you can see how I'm doing it. So just grab the edges. Grab the very ends. Don't do the middle too much. Just do the edges. So it's really hot. I'm like burning my fingers right now. Okay, and it should look something like that. I'm going to show you guys how to make one more, just so you can see. So every time you go back, you can wet your hands a little bit. Wet your hands, because it's easier than if you have a bunch of crusty thing in your hand, you know. So grab some again, and just, it's kind of like just guessing, you know. You don't have to get too much, too little. Just grab some. Same thing, I'm going to put it here. Squish it just a little bit. Put the plastic on top. Now, if you're wondering what these plastics are, they're just like a grocery store plastic cut into squares. Now I'm squishing this thing and molding it so it's out. Same thing, I'm gonna go ahead and place it in here. What's wrong, Stalin? And now, because I'm bored and I'm hungry, I'm gonna make a tortilla for you guys. So same thing, you're gonna grab some masa. And for this, I'm not going to use too much masa or too little. I'm going to place it right here. Sorry, my son is crying. I'm going to put the second thing on top. Close it. And squish it. So it should be something like this. This a little bit. Grab another amount. Mold it up. No, I put way too much water in my hand right now. Sorry. I had to do that. So make sure you do have these straight. Put it on. Now, I'm already making a couple. So yeah. You're gonna grab it, press it. This one you can press a little tighter because it's a tortilla, so you can definitely press it. And then take all this off. It's done. Now lay it down. Lay it down like that. We're gonna make another one just because we can't get enough. We can't get enough, so. I'm just doing that to kind of snack on some tacos with cheese while I make all this because I'm hungry. So like I said, just go through it. Sure it's done, but they're done. So make sure you check both sides of them. They're done. These need to be flipped. And this one's ready to be flipped. Now you can tell by like the sides. If you can pull it. No, this one is not ready. I can't do it. I'm gonna put the tortilla right here so I can flip this one, because so flip it. Them the size I'm making them. You can use little less to make a small one or to make them really big. It's up to you. I like to make them more or less that size. Now these are done, but like I said, make sure both sides are cooked correctly. Now, before I pull that one out, I'm gonna squish those so I can. Tortillas done. So flip it. Where's my wrap? Okay. So like I said, just do this really fast. Shouldn't take too long. I'm making a lot for my family's party that we're having for my mom. So I'll show you guys when I'm completely done. You know, your girl eats a lot, so I'll probably eat all that by myself. So I need to make a lot more than just that. So this is how you do it. Also, I want you guys to leave some suggestions of what you want to see. Please do that. Like that. Your tortilla, you know your success. You know you are the shit. You see it? And that's how we do it. Now, I have another one right here still cooking. This one's still cooking too. Successful story I want to show you guys. Tortilla. Now that's how you know that they're coming out right, that you're doing it right. When it does that. Ooh, do you guys see that? Ooh, nice and chubby. Look at that. So we have a couple because I'm gonna have some breakfast. I'm gonna eat all these, literally, because you know making all these sopes is making me hungry. So I'm gonna put some queso fresco on it and a little more. And I'm gonna eat it. For us? Huh. These do for us. Yeah, they do.